Okay, YouTube subscribers and watchers and likers and lovers and haters. Um, this is Ted Jones, and this episode of my YouTube channel, well, this episode on my YouTube channel, is called The Depression Bun. You see it? This bun is full of depression and oppression and sad. It's black and it's just so sad. So, let's get into it. Okay, so first things first, I am depressed right now. Today is the Sunday, October 6th, 2019, and I am depressed. I know that it's coming from, like, a lot of the choices that I've made, like, refusing to acknowledge red flags in a relationship, number one. Number two, allowing a relationship that I had to kind of allowing a relationship to kind of stipulate my choices and my potential and what I feel like I can and cannot do. So, I mean, it's not the best idea, ideally, but I mean, when you're in love, you're in love. I've been like couch locked for a little bit, so don't mind like my surroundings. Like, I'm on my couch. Yeah, like, my depression, it feels like my chest is like tight and I feel tired all the time. I feel like unmotivated. I feel sad, of course. I always go back to thinking like maybe I did something wrong, but in all reality I didn't. Sometimes you just become content with loving someone. You become so content with loving someone that even though you know it's not the best thing for you, or it's even hindering you, or it's even putting you in a bad space, that you'll continue to stay. And with that being said, it's just like, it's hard. It becomes a hard thing, especially when the breakup happens and, you know, your heart held on to the relationship for so long, or your heart held on to the person for so long, or your heart went through so many different trials and tribulations with the person, and it's so hard to let go. But once you let go, it just feels like you have nothing. You feel like despondent, and it's kind of like, you know, everything that you did, everything that you guys went through was a lie. I do not want to make this video about my ex. Like, that's fucking ridiculous. So we're going to talk about depression in another way. Statistically speaking, people from ages, well, depression is very common in people ages from 14 all the way to 60 years old. Now, with that being said, you would think that a lot more people would get help. I mean, when you are depressed and you have suicidal thoughts, you should want to speak to someone. You should try to go out of your way to get help, because that's unhealthy, baby. Like, it's not what you want, but I understand exactly where you're coming from. You don't feel like you're good enough. You don't feel like you fit in. You don't feel like you're accepted. You don't feel like you make any sense. You don't feel like anything you do makes sense. You don't feel like you're on the right path. You feel like the path is too long. You feel like you're being hurt continuously and you don't know why. You don't understand what the fuck is going on in your life, and you're just there. No, that's not the case. You have the power. You just have to really, 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 really dig deep to get it. Like, it's not going to be easy, but you just have to do it. And I'm not being insensitive. Like, I'm not being insensitive to, like, how hard it is. But at the end of the situation, when you have your life to live, you have to dig deep inside of yourself and tell yourself that I am worth it. I can do it. I will do it. It will not, like, you can't be depressed forever. You cannot feel like this forever. And you still have to dig deep inside and find that. Okay, so how do I deal with depression? Well, my friends are a major part of me dealing with my depression. Daily I have thoughts of like, just sad thoughts about like, you know, the past, why I'm hurt, if I'm gonna be hurt like this for a long time. The fact of not knowing what's gonna happen next is also one of my thoughts that I have. I've had suicidal thoughts, yes. But my friends always talk me into a space of me understanding who I was before, and that helps a lot. Like, a lot. It helps to a point where you hearing that you have potential from another person, or you hearing that you're better than that, you're stronger than that, like you can get through this from another person is, to me, the biggest thing. I also listen to like good music, like crazy music, music that expresses how I feel. Also, like when I'm depressed, I try to do things that I like to do. Go outside, get some fucking fresh air. I get dressed. I parade around my house, like in my undies, listening to like old ass music. Anything that I find fun, I just do it because I have to fulfill myself. I have to make myself feel better because it's all about you. Like, it's certain things you can get through with music and fun and friends, but there's always that one part of it where you have to get through it yourself. Usually the hardest part too. Like, you try your hardest to do different things and like, you know, open yourself up to different things. You try your hardest to take yourself out of your depression. You like, I'm so sorry. You try your hardest to move your emotions, but you just can't. Like, sometimes you just gotta feel that shit, yo. Like, you just gotta feel it. Like, you gotta feel it to a point where, okay, I feel this way. I don't like to feel this way. I'm hurt. I will never make that choice again. You gotta feel it. Like, you gotta feel it. You have to hurt in order for you to move forward. So the bun came about when I was depressed probably like 4 or 5 years ago, right? And I had a job interview. So I'm like, my hair is not done. Like, I haven't had a facial in years. I didn't have nothing. I had nothing. And I found some Mongolian hair. And I'm like, what the fuck can I do with this? Like, I don't know how to braid. Like, I don't, like, child, what the fuck's going on? And I figured out a way to do my bun, right? I like a full bun. I like it big as hell. And I like for my texture to kind of match my hair texture. So I figured out a way to do a bun in 5 minutes and not even use a fucking mirror. Like, this was, I did this in the car. Like, I didn't use a mirror for this, but it's kind of fucking up a little bit. It's giving me pompadour, but it's still bomb. It's fuck. I don't want to keep you guys for too long. Thank you guys for watching this. Once again, if you are depressed or if you're having suicidal thoughts or thoughts of even hurting another person, like, there are hotlines that you can talk to. There are people that are ready to listen. I'm here to listen. Always. Like, I don't mind sitting and talking to somebody if they're depressed. I don't mind sitting and talking to somebody if they're hurt. Like, I'm here. So, you know, it's just a lot. I know it's a lot. So, be good. Pray, meditate, like, get your mind into a space where you can think clearly, because depression kind of jumbles everything. And I know it's hard to get out of it, but you got to fight the good fight. Take it 10 seconds at a time if you have to. 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 minutes, an hour if you have to. Day by day is key. Like, you just got to get through it. And you will.